Hello folks, this is Takamasak and welcome back to Let's Play Hellfire! Last time I had a little bit of a noob moment, I suppose. I was goofing around trying to get my microphone settings to work again, and I had progressed slightly through the dungeon. We were over here, I believe, and I really just cleared out this tiny room and just walked around this corner, so that's really all the farther I got, and I took a crap load of damage screwing around. Anyway, hopefully things sound better than they did in the last Doom episode. Anyway, on with the game. I found a bunch of mana potions that I'm not going to use, and importantly, I did find a bunch of scrolls of Identify. If you find those, definitely hold on to those. I got a couple of books over there. Book of Charged Bolt, Offensive Lightning Magic. It is not really very accurate, so I don't bother with Charged Bolt at all with any characters. Book of Search, I don't need that because I have the skill, so it's kind of pointless. And we also have the Book of Healing, but I do want to use this one, so I want to boost my magic up to 17, the next level there. And I also did find a blacksmith oil. These you can just right-click and it restores, well, just like it says, 20% of the item's durability, so pretty gnarly there. I really don't need a Scroll of Search either. Anyway, let us continue on. Chest down here. Hopefully everybody had a fantastic New Year. Mine was... meh, it was okay. Oh, and by the way, after you kill 15 of the monsters, it starts giving you information about the monsters, like their, I believe the first one is the elemental weaknesses there, if they have any, or strengths. We got another level up. But yeah, usually by the time you get that kind of information, you've killed so many that you generally have an idea of their HP and stuff like that. So I honestly have never really paid any attention to it. It can be helpful, I suppose, when you get to the higher monsters. And something I was going to show off, but I will do so momentarily. Let's go in here first. I want to focus mostly on dexterity because that's his primary stat. The monk gains pretty decent armor class through the dexterity because he's pretty much going to be naked the whole time. I will give him armor later. And very importantly, in my opinion anyway, it's there to boost up his hit percentage. Right now we're at 64, which is utter crap. And dexterity boosts it more than, boosts damage more than strength would. So just like I said, I'm going to boost this up to 17. And if you'd like to throw a little bit into vitality, that can be a good idea too. I'm going to get my strength up to 30 after getting magic to 17, and you want to get magic to 17 regardless of who you're playing with. You'll see why in a little bit. Unfortunately, I didn't get the Butcher quest. Oh, I guess I could show off what I was about to. Let's get a group of guys. Cool thing about the monk, you see I killed 2 skeletons there. He does 100% of his damage to the guy he is attacking, and the 2 adjacent monsters, if there are any next to him, they will take 1/4 of the damage. So stuff with low HP, like these guys, I think they only have 1 or 2. They're just pretty much going to get destroyed. So it's pretty nice on the first couple floors. Even though the monk is designed to be just mostly a kickboxer, I guess you could kind of say. You'll see why later. And here's a club, if you happen to find a club and you're having a difficult... read the book there, right-clicking. And you're having a little bit of a difficulty with the undead guys, particularly the skeletons. You can use that and it boosts up the hit percentage, I believe, quite a bit on those guys. They do give you a little bit of a clue on that in town. I think Griswold says it, but I don't know why they would just not say that the first time. Not generally anything to worry about anyway. And here we have a Shimmering Shrine. This will recover all of your MP, if need be. I do not quite have the need be. Why there is a sarcophagus... sarcophagus? Sarcophagus. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, why there is those things on the first floor of a church, I'm not quite sure why. You figure that one out. I don't know why I would really need the elemental resistances on this thing in normal difficulty anyway. Leave me alone. I like to find things to gripe about. What would be wonderful is to set this to something. F6 will do just fine. Yeah, I believe the other two new classes that didn't get released, those two can also kind of mob hit. But, well, unfortunately, we can't play them yet. Give me stairs. Potion of mana that I will not use. Something about barrels are just irresistibly smashable. Ow. Much to my dismay. Treasure. More treasure. Is that all? Alright. That pretty much looks like it's everything. I usually take one more look around the map just in case. Wonderful. Let us move down to level 2. The first floor we could possibly have quests on. And every now and then you'll run into this fire-type stuff. Hey, Burning Dead, the next level up is skeleton. It does a little bit of damage when you walk through it, so just keep that in mind. What else do we have on this floor to deal with? More zombies! When it says immune to magic, I'm pretty sure that's not referring to everything. There's a certain type of spell that it's talking about. And Dark Passage. And just like the stats thing here, there are 3 different types of magic. Lightning, fire, and magic. So there you go. And if you have the Poison Water quest, that was where we would go in to do that. But if you see any big rooms like that that are closed off, you're going to want to just wait till the end. You want to be generally at maximum strength by the time you head into there. So I'll clear the floor out and then we'll walk back here. Boss monster over there. Shadow Bite! Oh, God! Ouch! Healing potions? Yes, please. Ow. God. That was not enjoyable. He dropped a cloak. And if you can tell, well, he kind of came around the corner. Well, yeah, there he goes, back behind the wall. You can see there's a little light glowing square. That's usually an indication of where a boss monster is. If you ever need to know that ahead of time. Let us take on Rotfest, Rotfeast, the Hungry. He is destroying me. Come on. Yeah, and a level up. He dropped a mighty cape. I'll boost that up to 30 for now, and then I'll pump dex for a little bit there. Let's identify this cloak. Just right-click ID scroll and left-click. Oh, Cape of Might. There you go. Much better than the nothing I had earlier. Might as well do that with this. Resist fire. I don't really need that at all. Is this even boosting my damage at all? Well, I'll just... might as well go with this. It's not... Oh, this actually gives more defense anyway because of the plus attributes there. Oh, no, it is 5. I'm sorry, I thought it was 3. Oh, boy. Moving on. Oh, and there's still a bajillion monsters. Wonderful. He's throwing devil cans at me already. I'm not supposed to find those guys till later. Usually you can make it down to the 2nd floor and... oh, come on, another one? Usually they'll be a little more generous with the scroll of town portals. So with any luck, we will find one of those, and I will not have to walk back up. I'm going to try my best to do all my repotting off-screen. If I can. Kill him. Bladeskin the Slasher! He is not immune to anything! And he dropped a Book of Holy Bolt. Mediocre, in my opinion. Only damages on dead monsters. There you have that. Nothing I'm gonna get. Nothing I typically use for a sorcerer, either. Can be pretty good at higher levels, but it's generally a good idea if you're a sorcerer. Just read everything, but... whether or not you actually use everything is completely another story. Short bow. The Burning Dead. Well, speak of the devil, 2 Town Portal Scrolls. Craptastic. Yeah, what's in here? Blacksmith oil. Another scroll of Town Portal. Scavengers have 1, 2, 3 HP. Nice. Yeah, like I said, you're basically killing them in one hit, so you generally have a pretty good idea of their Wow! Generally have a pretty good idea of their HP count. These guys, on the other hand, have far more. Yeah, might as well go this way. Who else? Is that another... Oh, I thought it was going to be another unique monster there. Guess they're not technically boss monsters, but... Unique monsters are generally a lot stronger, as you saw earlier. Full healing. Come here. Yeah, these guys are very annoying. They keep walking away whenever you kill a monster around them. I suppose they do that to kind of regroup, and they're supposed to all come back at you at the same time, but if they're dying in one hit, it doesn't really help out. Stop it. Hey, buddy. Come here. Clothesline, son! Up. And, oh, Soul Puss. No, Soul Putz. Man, I'm having dyslexia tonight. As you can see, the monk doesn't need a shield to block. Even when he's unequipped with anything, he can just magically block. That is how good he is. He will just kick arrows and axes right out of the air, I suppose. Not hide from me. Now let's bring up the, ooh, 10. My last scroll of Identify. Yeah, quite a few more hit points there. I'll use that. And, yeah, might as well go a bunch of dexterity for a little while. Keep in mind where the down to level 3 stairs are, especially if you have the Butcher quest, because you're going to be using that if you want to take him out the easy way. The Butcher is extremely tough at these levels to take down just by tanking him. Unidentified mace. Did I miss that room? A thaumaturgic shrine? Is that how you pronounce that? What that does is any treasure chest you've opened on this floor, after you hit that shrine, everything will be back closed, so that can be fairly useful. I'll probably do that off-screen. Yeah, between this episode and the next, I'll just hit that off-screen, and I'll have whatever I get from there. I'm going to be able to clear this floor, but it doesn't look like I'm quite going to make it that far. Scroll of Healing, might as well pick that up. Smash! If I kill 2 more of you, I find out your weakness. Which is apparently staff to the face anyway. Smash! Smash! Monk smash! I really love the death animation characters, or of this character especially. He just falls ridiculously slow. Very overdramatic. That's my favorite part about Diablo 1, is then your characters are in no hurry to do anything. Hey, buddy.
I have no room.
What? How can you have no room? Oh, yeah. I suppose you don't. Yeah, might as well just use that. Can I even use that? No. Oh, let's get rid of this club. I didn't need that. Resort. Resort. Telekinesis. Where'd it go? Wow, 33 magic is nothing I'm going to use. Definitely going to NPC that. It can be used on monsters to push them back 1 square, and it can also access doors and levers or anything if we happen to see any of those. The bookshelves, anything clickable pretty much. You can use telekinesis on it to either pick it up or just activate it from a room that you're not in. So it can be helpful in instances, but not generally. Another scroll of Town Portal. If only there was a tome or something I could put this in, but there's not. And that pretty much concludes this episode, as I believe I'm out of time here. Yeah, and we'll continue with level 2 of the Cathedral of Death, I suppose. They didn't really name this. Anyway, this is Takamasak, and I will see you later.